Early voting for the primaries continues at this hour across the valley. Those polls open until 7 tonight.
It's still early, but so far this week, voters are turning out in record numbers for an off-cycle primary election. Channel 5's Rudy Mireles live at a polling location in Brownsville. And Rudy, how's the turnout today?
Well, the lines aren't as long as they were in 2020 here at the Brownsville Central Boulevard Library, but that doesn't mean people aren't showing up to vote early. And as a matter of fact, just this week alone, we have seen more of a turnout in early voting than we have in previous similar elections. And there are most likely several reasons behind the increase. Tonight, polls in Cameron County busier than in similar elections. For voters like Hortensia Guerrero, it's about positive change.
Main interest is to make a difference. That's what we're interested in.
For her husband, Noé, it's about getting a say on who moves forward.
I'm more interested in my party.
The Guerrero's just two of the nearly 7,000 voters in Cameron County casting an early ballot.
Both parties are up by about 1,000 voters, and that trend is continuing.
So far, early votes are outpacing the last two gubernatorial primary elections. Cameron County Elections Administrator Remy Garza says several things could be behind that. From messaging.
We're not sure if it's just people who normally would vote on election day are now utilizing early voting.
To changes to the mail-in ballot application process. Senate Bill 1 adding new steps that are causing more rejections and costing more time for elections officials. Mainly having to ask voters to correct their applications.
Probably about a 10% for the Democratic Party and maybe about a 20 or 30% for the Republican Party.
But that's not the only change in turnout this year. Historically, Cameron County Democrats have used early voting in larger numbers than Republicans, an 87-13 split in 2014, growing slightly to 84-16 in 2018, and this year, Republicans nearly doubling their piece of the pie so far, a 71-29 split. One possible reason for that, Republicans are turning away from mail-in ballots.
There's a much smaller number of applications from the Republican Party this year.
Now, Garza says another reason for the increase could be all the talk about Senate Bill 1. He says all the discussion, the back and forth happening over the last year about the bill could have served as a reminder for folks to get out and vote. Live in Brownsville, Rudy Mireles, Channel 5 News at 6.